tired. Towards the end of the school year, it's always very, very tiring. I'm coming in a few minutes. Who's this? I don't know.
For the primary school is much
longer.
Yes, because
the school year is longer in the kindergarten. Primary.
No, the kindergarten is longer than the primary school.
Yes.
In the primary school, in this period, we have got a lot of meetings with parents, and also we've got to do the document of evaluation, and this is a very hard thing to do with the new law, and anyone knows how to do it. No, I know. Because the registro elettronico, for example, I don't know.
Electronic register,
yes. It's not
studied for you to insert
for the new evaluation. So you have to produce other document in a Word, for example, PDF, or so on, to write on your own a lot of things, child by child. Each one wants. And parents ask us, for example, this morning, one mom said where and when we can see valuation on the for the tests, because no one have
see it on the register.
I've put something because we don't know how to write and what to write, where to write, so it's è un casino, va bene, un vero casino.
Yes, it's a chaos. It's a chaos.
Ecco.
It's a mess. I know.
In questo periodo non avevamo bisogno anche della nuova, nuova didattica a distanza, provenienti da un anno disastroso, nuove cioè veramente ci hanno messo l'asso da sopra e basta, ci hanno schiacciato.
Un po' si crolla.
Yes.
Yes, I can imagine. Yes, I can see it with everyone. Everybody says the same. I can't stand it anymore. I'm really, yes.
The most important things and the most beautiful things in the school is the relationship with children. It's the only thing. The only thing it's
keeps
important.
You going on.
And it's
which keeps you going on.
Yes, really.
It's the only thing which keeps you going on.
Because I love this job, but in this period I talk with other colleagues, then starts hating this job, and I don't want to hate this job because I love it. But these things can be possono portare anche ad un and I don't want this. I don't want, really don't. In kindergarten, this part is not so big. It's meno evidente questa parte. Però nella primary un po' di più.
So these things make everything too hard to stand. Rendono tutto troppo duro da sopportare.
Everything too hard to stand. Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Francesca. Welcome. Hi, do you want to complain with us? Do you want to complain with us? With us? We are complaining about the school because after didattica a distanza, after all the difficulties, there is also the new evaluation, and which is not easy to understand and to implement. Moreover, the electronic registers are not studied for you to put the evaluation in. So nobody knows how to treat them, and it's compulsory, it's part of your job. So it's really difficult. A lot of people is very tired, and yeah. Do you teach in the kindergarten or in the primary?
And in the primary school.
Primary, like Lorella, yes. Let me check one thing. It's okay. Stefania is the one who is also on the other meeting. Yes. Okay. So do you think we can start? I can't see anybody else coming, so we might as well start. What do you think? Okay. Now, not knowing what to do for today, because I didn't have requests of any kind from you, I thought, okay, let's think, what can they do in April? April, I thought the weather is very changeable. So I thought maybe I can think about a unit on the weather. So I'm going to show you what I have prepared, but of course, then if you have other requests, just tell me and we can find, you know, something to do for your next lessons if you are not interested in the weather. What do you think, Lorella? Have you already taught the weather words and everything to your children?
No, but it's a topic I have to do in, I don't know if I can do it this year because we lost a lot of time, but it's in program to do. So if we do weather, it can be a very good idea. And then I'd like to also to speak about weather, because I need to not just to have suggestions for how to do it, what to do, but conversation about weather with us to improve the language, because
you needed to speak.
Yes, I need to speak, and if I think if I speak better, I can involve better the children to the new topics.
Yes, exactly. Hi, Rita, welcome.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too.
I'm late.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, I was telling everyone that I didn't know what to prepare for today, and I thought, what can be useful for them? And I thought, it's April. Okay, April is the month in which the weather is very changeable. It's rainy one day, sunny the following day, warm and then cold and then warm again, and so on. So I thought, let's prepare something about the weather. I hope it will be useful to you. Have you already talked?
I think so, because in this time on science, we are talking about clouds. And good. So maybe we can talk about sky and all the parts. Yes.
Yes. There's a connection. Yes, there's a connection. What about you, Francesca? Have you already done something about the weather, or?
Yes, I think a good is a good idea.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so let's see together what I thought we could prepare, we could do. Just a second. I have to find it. No, wait a second. So this is, can you remind me, kindergarten B2?
A good is a good idea.
No, maybe kindergarten B1.
Yes.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so let's see together what I thought. Okay, wait a second. What's happening? I can hear myself. Just a second. In the background. I have to find it. Okay, right. Sorry. So kindergarten, okay, here we are. It's lesson number 12. We have only, I don't know whether 2 or 3 left. Okay, so here it is. Now, first of all, I have prepared a little video for you, which is this one. And if you want to, I can record the reading of the sentences and of the words as well. But
Yes.
I thought not to do it, to leave it blank, to leave it without sound, because in this way you can play with your children. I'll show you how it works. So do you want it full screen? What's the weather like today? What's this? Yes, it's the sun. So what's the weather like? It's sunny. Do you want to go on, Lorella, please? Lorella?
Sorry. Okay, this is a cloud, and so
yes. What's
this? It's a cloud, and so the weather can be cloudy.
Yes, oh, ok, con la, aspetta, non esce fuori la scritta sotto. It's cloudy. Right. Then
what this? It's the rain, so the weather can be rainy.
Yes. What's
it's raining
like?
or it's rainy. Raining or rainy, it's the same.
I'll tell you in a moment. I'll tell you in a moment. Let's go on for the moment.
Go on.
Yes, for the moment. Yes.
What's this? It's snow. And then what's the weather like? It's snowing.
Yes. Do you want to go on? No, Stefania. Scusa, Francesca. Do you want to go on, Francesca?
What's this? It's a storm. What's the weather like? It's stormy. What's this? It's fog. What's the weather like? It's foggy.
Do you want to go on, Rita? We can't hear you, Rita. We can't hear you.
Sorry. What's this? It's the wind. What's the weather like? It's windy. But for example, because I have a 3rd grade in primary school, maybe I can say, for example, what do you see in the sky? There is an umbrella. There is a girl. I can
exactly. That's why I didn't put the sound in the background, because you can stop and ask the children, what can you see? An umbrella. The umbrella is flying away, so it's windy, you know. Yes. Okay. Or you can ask the children, what's this? Come on, it's a cloud. A cloud. So okay. What's the weather like? Can you imagine? It's cloudy, and so on and so on. Okay, now, hi, hello, kitten. It's okay, don't worry, Lorella. It's a very nice kitten. So, yes, now, in British English, we have, hi, Sabrina, welcome. In British English, hi, Sabrina, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome, Sabrina. We're talking about the weather.
Yes.
Because I didn't know what to prepare for you, and I thought April could be a good month to talk about the weather, because the weather is always changing, you know?
Yes.
Anyway, yes, in British English, we have windy, cloudy, stormy, I don't know, but it's raining and it's snowing. Why? Because these are verbs. To rain and to snow are actually, to be honest, it's the same in Italian. You say c'è il sole, c'è il vento, c'è la nebbia, c'è tempesta, però dici sta piovendo, sta nevicando. Se tu dici c'è la neve, si intende per terra, non che viene giù, ok? Lo stesso in inglese, piovere e nevicare, to rain and to snow, are verbs. So you have to treat them like verbs. So it's raining, it's snowing. That's in British English. There are the words rainy and snowy. Non mi sto scrivendo niente qui. Rainy and snowy do exist, but they are adjectives. So you cannot say it's rainy. You can say it's a rainy day. You can't say it's snowy. You can say it's a snowy winter. È un inverno con un sacco di neve. It's a snowy winter, for example, in British English. But what happens is that American people simplify everything. And so it's raining often becomes it's raining. And it's snowing often becomes it's snowy. So I don't think you should be too strict with the children, because one never knows. I mean, we don't know if in the future it'll be more useful to them to use the British or the American system. So whatever you want to teach, it's okay. But I wanted to tell you what's the difference. You know, in British English, traditional English, to rain and to snow are verbs. So you should say it's raining, it's snowing. But
some books, sorry, Maria Pia, some books for children at school, sometimes it's written, it's rainy and not it's raining. So
exactly.
it's a mistake. So it's not.
If you want to be strict, it's a mistake, but it's becoming very, very common, especially in American English.
Okay.
So don't be too strict about it. Quindi
Thanks.
Strict. Don't be too strict about it. Non essere troppo fissata, perché the language is a work in progress. It's continually changing, and it's becoming more and more common to use the American forms, because we see a lot of American movies. You know, we were very much influenced by or which comes from the States. So it's becoming more and more common to say it's rainy, it's snowy. So it's okay, keep it, no problems. Not only this, but I've also looked for songs for you on YouTube about the weather, and I realized that most of the songs, almost all of them, are made by American companies and so on. And not only they say it's rainy, it's snowy, but instead of saying what's the weather like, they say how's the weather. How's the weather in English, British English, is incorrect, is wrong. But again, it's very common in American English, in non-British English, and so it's okay, keep it. Originally, the difference was, what's the weather like means a general question. For example, what's the weather like in Rome in September, in summer? Oh, it's always very hot and dry and so on and so on. While how's the weather is used when, for example, you have to dress up, you don't know whether to take your jacket or not, and ask, how's the weather? Oh, it's cold, take your jacket. Okay, but then, you know, with the time, how's the weather is becoming very common. It's the American expression. So if you want to teach both to your children, I would suggest to teach them both systems, both the British and the American system. But my opinion is, of course, do as you like, but my opinion is it should be better to teach them the correct British one first, what's the weather like, because it's the more difficult. Once they know what's the weather like, and they understand that the weather is the key word, if they listen to how's the weather, if they hear how's the weather, they will recognize the form and they will know how to answer. But if you teach them how's the weather, and then they hear what's the weather like, that like can make, you know, a little bit of, it's confusing for them, and they might not recognize the question. So teach them what's the weather like first, in my opinion, and then move to how's the weather. Teach them both, because it's a global word. It's stupid to stick to British English. English is so important because it's used all over the world. And so we have to adapt to its various uses. What do you think, Lorella? Do you agree with me?
Yes, yes, of course. And I was thinking about, for example, what's the time? We usually teach at the primary school, for example, half past, a quarter to, a quarter past, because we always see, for example, it's 8:15 or it's 8:20. It's simple. In this way, it's easier, but with the traditional way, they have to think about. It's a very difficult exercise for the mind to think about the and so it's for them it's better to learn the more difficult first in each subjects, not only English.
Exactly. Because the easier part will come automatically, you know.
Yes, without us, without our help.
Even without our help.
Okay, they can learn, but the difficult one needs our help to be okay.
Exactly. Do you agree with me, Rita, Francesca, Sabrina? Do you want to add something? Volete aggiungere qualcosa?
No, I remember a lot of words, the difference in English or American, because I have some relatives, some cousin, that lives in the States, and when I was younger, I write with them during the summer, and now I talk with them by the phone. And sometimes when I at school, I don't know if I say all the words, if I made some mistakes for the words that in English are not grammatically correct, I think.
Well, they might be correct, but not used in the same way. For example, lift and elevator. But again, if you learn lift and then you hear the word elevator, you can recognize elevator. Lift, it's more difficult to, you know, to be recognized. So yes, when you were young.
Pictures and photos.
Yes, pictures and photos are the same. Yes,
Mm.
again, when you were young, you used to write to your relatives.
Used to.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. Yes, it's always better to teach the difficult part first, because the rest will come, you know. But if they memorize the easy way, then they will always use the easy way, and they will never learn the difficult one. So it's the same reason why I always tell everyone, teach the children or anyone the short forms first, because if they can recognize it's, his, where, they will also recognize it is, she is, we are. But if they only learn we are, it is, she is, when they hear where it's, she is, they will not be able to understand them. So it's always better to start with the difficult part, and then, you know, add the easiest ones. So even with the verbs, try and use the short forms, because they are used a lot, and they have to know them, and they have to, you know, get a habit of using the short forms. If they get a habit of using the complete form, I am, you are, then they will not, it will not be easy for them to move to the short form. So, okay. Right, so let's go on. So after this video, which I prepared for you, I have also prepared another one, which is a story. You know, this was the basis, the basic one. And then I thought, let's make a story. And the story goes like this. The story is, of course, based on the weather, but like all stories, it also wants to convey a meaning of some kind. In this story, my idea was to make the children understand that what is good for them can be bad for somebody else. It's the same for, in any case, and also for the weather. So, just at the moment when the night becomes day and the stars in the sky begin fading away, come on, you can hear all the birds and the animals say, "What's the weather like today? Is it windy or warm? Is it foggy or cold? What's the weather like today?" "I hope it's sunny," says the child who wants to go and play outside. "What's the weather like today?" the farmer says. "I hope it rains. I need to water the plants." "What's the weather like today?" the lizard thinks. "I hope it's hot so I can warm up my blood." "What's the weather like today?" "I hope it's cold," says the penguin 1 year old. "What's the weather like today?" I hope it's stormy," thinks the scientist, "with a couple of thunders at least." "What's the weather like today?" "Whatever the weather, I'll work," says the bee. "What?" says the duck. "This is the weather for me." "What's the weather like today?" "Weather? What's that?" says the fish in the sea. And the mole says, "Sunny or not is not a problem for me." What's the weather like today? Windy, rainy, sunny or cold? Cloudy, lined in silver or gold? Beh, forse ho fatto un po' troppo veloce qua. Whatever the weather will be, we're happy for its diversity. Do you like my story? Do you want to read it? Again,
very
if you
fun.
want to, I can, yes, if you want to, I can put the reading, the sound, but I thought that it was nicer if the teacher read it to the children, because it's, but of course, if you want to, I can add the sound, it's up to you. Okay, who wants to read it? So do you want to start, Lorella?
Okay. Just at the moment when the night becomes day and the stars in the sky begin fading away.
Avete capito tutto? Volete tradurre? You want to translate it? To fade away è scolorirsi di un colore, andare via lentamente. Quindi proprio nel momento quando la notte diventa giorno e le stelle nel cielo iniziano a sparire, a scomparire.
Sfumare.
Sì, sfumare.
C'è l'effetto fading in the mixer when you play. There is the fade on, fade off when
yes,
you start.
Because it's also used for the music, for
yes.
the sound, not only for the images.
Yes.
So it's the same. It's the same. Yes. It's also used, for example, if you've got a picture, a very old picture, oh, it's all faded away, anche se avete magari una foto vecchia, no? Oh, è tutta sbiadita, non si vede più, oppure, I don't know, a fresco on the wall, oh, it's all faded away, un affresco sul muro, queste cose qui. Ok, who wants to go on? Chi vuole andare avanti? Facciamo una testa? Vai, Francesca.
You can hear all the birds and the animals say, "What's the weather like today?"
Vai, Sabrina.
You can hear.
No, era.
Is it windy or warm? Is it foggy or cold? What's the weather like today?
Vai, Lorella.
I hope it's sunny, says the child who wants to go and play outside.
Francesca.
What's the weather like today? The farmer says, "I hope it rains. I need to water the plants."
Forse avrei dovuto mettere qua le virgolette, vabbè. The farmer says, non è says, è says.
Says. Sorry.
Vai, Sabrina.
What's the weather like today? The lizard thinks, I hope it's hot so I can warm up my blood.
Vai, Lorella.
I hope it's cold, says the penguin 1 year old.
Yes, what's the weather like
sorry, what's the weather like today? I hope
okay.
It's cold. Okay.
Vai, Francesca.
What's the weather like today? I hope it's stormy, thinks the science, with a couple of thunders at least.
Thinks the scientist, with a couple of thunders at least. Non sapevo chi poteva essere contento di le tempeste. Allora mi è venuto in mente lo scienziato che studia i fulmini. I hope it's stormy, thinks the scientist, with a couple of thunders, con un paio di tuoni at least. Allora, thunders è vero, sarebbero i tuoni, questi sarebbero lightnings, i fulmini, sì, i fulmini, però vabbè lo stesso. Thunders è usato anche genericamente per dire fulmine, tuono. Vai Sabrina, appena scatta.
What's the weather like today? Whatever the weather, I'll walk, says the bee. Wet, says the duck, is the weather all for me.
Sì, non è says, è says. Says the duck, is the weather for me. Volete tradurre o era chiaro? What's the weather like today? Whatever the weather, I'll work, says the bee. Qualunque tempo faccia io lavoro. Wet, says the duck. Bagnato nel senso pioggia o comunque acqua, dice l'occhietta. È il tempo che va bene per me. Infatti vedete l'occhietta tutta bagnata.
What's the weather like today? Weather? What's that? Says the fish in the sea.
And the mole says, sunny or not is not a problem for me.
Perché sta sottoterra, quindi che ci sia sole o no, non gliene frega niente. Mole è la talpa, la talpa.
What's the weather like today? Windy, rainy, sunny or cold, cloudy lined in silver or gold. Whatever the weather will be, we are happy for its diversity.
Diversity. Yes, variety poteva anche essere, vabbè, insomma lo stesso. Sì, quelle sono clouds lined coi contorni in silver or gold. Whatever the weather will be, qualunque tempo farà, we're happy for its diversity. Okay?
Okay.
So, do you like the story?
Yes.
I enjoy myself in doing these things, putting the pictures and making up the verses and so on.
It's complete with music or not? Or is only a story?
It's only a story.
So we need a music on it.
If you want to, yes. If you want to, I can add the music. And if you want to make the music and send it to me.
Okay, I can try. I can try.
Do you want also the reading or only the music in the background?
The words. I need the words to make the music. I need the words to make it a song.
Yes. But what I mean is, when I add the sound, the music in the background, do you want me also to add the reading? Ah, c'era anche Rita. Perché non ti vedevo, Rita? Ma perché non hai detto niente fino adesso? Abbiamo continuato sempre noi tre, insomma, perché Stefania è dall'altra parte. Non ti vedevo nell'elenco, mi sono dimenticata che c'è anche te, però potevi parlare, eh? Why didn't you say anything?
Because maybe I said Maria Pia doesn't want to hear me.
No, I want all of you. You're all welcome. I'm not calling Stefania because Stefania is at the same time listening to us and listening to another.
Yes.
So I'm not sure. Yes.
Last week she said it. He said they got two things together.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember it.
So I'm not sure she can talk. So I'm not calling Stefania. But of course, all the other ones are very welcome to talk. But since I had a small part, of the screen, I didn't see you and I forgot you were with us. So, but you should have told me, why not me? Why not? I want to take part.
Because sometimes I have some problem with the camera. and I say, maybe she doesn't see me, it's not the problem.
Okay, anyway, what I wanted to say is, when I add the music, quando aggiungo la musica che tu ci manderai, do you want me to read the reading, to add the reading as well, or just the music? Volete anche che aggiunga la lettura o basta la musica di sottofondo? Perché secondo me è più carino. I think it's nicer if it's the teacher who tells the story to the children. But if you want me to say it, it's okay. It's up to you. You tell me.
No, I was thinking I can transform the story in a song.
Oh, wow, yes. Good idea.
No, with the music.
And
so
then we can add it at the end.
Yes, it's another thing. I'd like to, if I can. I don't know if
you have time. If you have time.
Okay, but it would be a very good idea to have a song for this story. I think.
Yes, it's a fantastic idea, Lorella. Yes, if you can. Don't worry, don't get stressed about it. If you have time and you enjoy it, I'm sure it'll be very welcome.
Okay.
If you can't, for the future, maybe, don't worry.
Yes,
so, if you
okay.
Can. Yes, okay. So should I leave it like this for the moment?
Yes, it's enough for me. Thanks.
Okay. So after the video, the general video on what's the weather like and the story, I have looked for songs and another story on the internet, and these are the links, but unfortunately we cannot listen to them now because they are for sure under copyright. But I'm going to send you, of course, the summary of the lesson, and you will have all the links with the only, you simply have to click on them and hear the songs and the story. Because they are under copyright, so we cannot listen to them now. Sono sicuramente protette dal copyright e quindi non possiamo ascoltarle qui, sennò poi arriva la solita denuncia al povero Stefano, il quale mi bestemmia giustamente dietro. Però qua ci sono i link, basta cliccarci sopra e sono tutte canzoncine molto carine per bambini. But unfortunately, how's the weather? It's sunny, it's cloudy, it's rainy, it's snowy. They say it's stormy, it's foggy, it's windy, because it's the American way. But it's okay, don't worry. Once you have done these two videos, even if they learn the other way, it's okay. Ovviamente queste sono tutte un po' all'americana, per cui dicono how's the weather e dicono rainy e snowy invece che raining e snowing. Però va bene, una volta che i bambini hanno imparato queste due, poi anche se imparano anche questa va bene lo stesso, insomma. Then there are two more songs, sun, rain, wind and snow, which are a little bit more difficult, so I have put them separated because these are okay also for the kindergarten children. These two are not very difficult, but maybe a little bit too difficult for the kindergarten children, but they are okay for the primary school children. I didn't write the tape script here because it comes out with the writing, with the subtitles. Qua non ho scritto la traduzione perché viene comunque fuori con tutti i sottotitoli, cioè compare nell'immagine anche quello che, come il mio video, quello che dice, e quindi non era necessario ed è molto facile. On the contrary, here, there were no subtitles, so I have put the words in English and the translation in Italian. Now, it looks difficult at first, but it isn't really, because it's the same sentence repeated all over again. Let's have a look at it. It was a sunny day when I went to play down by the sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "We're going this way, that way, forward, backwards, up and down, over the deep blue sea." È carino perché i bambini possono anche muoversi facendo questa. Quindi era una giornata di sole quando sono andato giù a giocare in riva al mare. Sono salito su una nave pirata e il capitano mi ha detto: "Andiamo di qua, andiamo di là, avanti, indietro, su e giù, sopra il profondo mare blu." E poi questa frase in realtà viene ripetuta 3000 volte. Invece di essere sunny day diventa "It was a windy day when I went to play down by the sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, we're going this way, blah, blah." E poi diventa "It was a rainy day, blah, 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 blah. It was a snowy day, blah, 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 blah. It was a stormy day, e così via, così via. Quindi it's a little bit more difficult. Maybe it's too difficult for a kindergarten child, but it's okay for the primary school children, because they should know or learn easily these words, and then they are repeated many, many times. Anyway, it's up to you, of course, to decide whether it's good for your children or not. Ovviamente sta a voi decidere se va bene o no per i vostri bambini, ma penso che sia un po' difficilina per i bambini dell'asilo. Però per la primaria dovrebbe andare bene, perché anche se ci sono delle parole che non conoscono, sono la stessa frase ripetuta tante volte, per cui, voglio dire, le imparano. But of course, it's up to you. Ovviamente però sta a voi decidere se farlo o no. This for the songs. Then I thought, okay, for the videos, the stories, the songs, what about the activities? And I started to think about some possible activities connected with the weather. So activity number 1, what's the weather like today? You show the children a weather card, and I have put the weather cards here. Of course, as usual, you can click on them, make it as big as you want, and print them. Come sempre potete cliccarci sopra quando compare when the frame appears, quando compare la cornice, la tirate e la fate quanto grande volete. E poi le stampate. I don't know how it works in your schools, but in my school, we have no colored printer. So I've also put a black and white image that the children can paint themselves. Non so come funziona nelle vostre scuole, per esempio a scuola mia la stampante è solo in bianco e nero. Allora questa bellissima cosa viene una schifezza. Allora l'ho messa anche in bianco e nero l'immagine, so that you can print it and your children can paint it. Così potete stamparla in bianco e nero e i bambini se la dipingono loro. Anyway, you show them the card, you show them the weather card, and they have to say what it is. For example, it's sunny. What's the weather like today? It's sunny. What's the weather like today? It's raining. What's the weather like today? It's windy, and so on and so on. First step. Second step, you can discuss what they can do in the various weathers, and then the children are supposed to say, what's the weather like? For example, it's sunny, and they are happy because they can go out. Oppure, it's raining, and they can pretend to hide under an umbrella, e possono far finta di nascondersi sotto l'ombrello. It's windy, and they can bend on one side. It's snowing, and they can pretend to ski. It's foggy, and they pretend not to see. Questi sono suggerimenti, ma poi magari discutete con loro quello che si può fare con i vari sotto la pioggia, sotto la neve, eccetera, eccetera. And so that they can say it's windy, e magari fanno finta di avere sì, di non riuscire a stare in piedi per il vento e così via, insomma. It's stormy and the children hide under the desks. Si nascondono sotto il tavolo perché i fulmini qua sono un po' pericolosi. It's cloudy and the children look at the sky, you know? So first step, they simply have to say it's sunny, it's raining, it's snowing. Second step, it's sunny, it's raining, it's snowing, it's foggy, and so on and so on. Then, what do you think about this? Lorella, do you like this game? Oh, who's coming with us? Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Roberta, welcome.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm so late.
No problems, no problems. We're talking about the weather. We decided to do something about the weather.
Great.
You've
Thank
got
you.
a beautiful kitten cat yourself. Anche tu sei un bellissimo gattone.
Thank you.
Like Lorella. Yes, sorry, Lorella. What were you telling us?
Yes, I think this game it's better for kindergarten children because they can maybe not now in this moment, but they can dress up with better. For example, they can dress with jacket when it's cold, when you dress up, take objects. For kindergarten, I think it's better this game. For primary, it depends from the age. If you are little children, they can enjoy to do this game. But if you are older, I think they try to laugh and they think it's too easy for them, and it's not good for older children, I think.
Okay, thank you. You're right.
For little children, I think it's perfect for kindergarten.
And maybe first and second grade, it's okay. If you are in the 4th or 5th grades, maybe yes, maybe it's becomes too, how can I say, noisy in the long term, because they have to move and they have to.
It's better for older children, for example, a bingo game about the weather, with the picture with the little flashcards.
Yes,
with the picture of
I have prepared other games, so just give me time.
Yes.
Yes. What do you think, Sabrina?
Well, I think that it is a good and very nice activity. For example, I teach in a first class, and I think that for those children is okay. Every day we usually start the day talking about the weather in English. So I think that this activity is nice, is good for them.
Okay, good. So they already know all these things. Your children?
Yes, because we usually start talking about the weather, the date, the season, and I usually ask them what's the weather like today, what's the date, what's the season, and so we start to
Good.
talk about these things. But I like this activity very much.
Okay. What about you, Rita? What do you think about it?
I think that it would be great to print all the imaging with the sun, with the windy clouds, etc., and a copy for each child.
Give a copy each.
Give a copy to each child, and they have to play each other. For example, one take a card and says to the other, what's the weather like?
Yes.
Okay.
That's another possibility, yes. Instead of being the teacher asking the children, they can ask each other. Yes, exactly. What do you think, Roberta? You came a little bit late.
Yes, sorry for that. I do not understand exactly what kind of game is it.
Yes,
because
we're talking about
today I have a class that is in DAD another time. So I was with my colleague for another reunion. No, another meeting. Thank you. And sorry,
no problem.
My mind is just thinking about tomorrow. So okay.
Yes.
Children in class anymore, so I have to think something else, and I'm just, oh my god, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, but this can be done online as well. You can show them the image and they have to tell you it's sunny, it's windy, it's rainy, and so on and so on. Up to now, Roberta, we have shared, abbiamo condiviso some videos, and you can show the videos to your children online. For example, I have made up this one for you. And you share the screen with them, condividi lo schermo con loro. And this is the video, for example. Rita, vuoi leggere tu?
Okay, thank you. What's this? It's the sun. What's the weather like today? What's this? It's the sun. What's the weather like? It's sunny. What's this? It's a cloud. What's the weather like? It's cloudy.
And so on and so on.
Excuse me,
if
Maria
you share
Pia.
the screen with your... Yes.
I thought about another way for use the card. For example, the first I said that one can ask what's the weather like today and show the card. But the other, it could be, for example, a child says it's sunny and the other have to take the card.
Also in groups of 3.
No, two children.
Ah, okay, what's the weather like today? It's sunny. Oh, like this.
Okay. Yes.
All right. Yes, also, yes. So anyway, Roberta, the idea was you can show them the video and talk to them about the weather. Then I have prepared a story as well, a video on a story. And then there's another story, and there are many songs about the weather, less or more difficult. And then now we are talking about the possible activities. So I have prepared here for you some cards. Of course, the images are small here to spare some paper, but if you click on them, you can make them as big as you want. Okay? Io le immagini le metto qua piccole per non occupare troppo spazio, ma se ci cliccate sopra le potete ingrandire quanto volete. Ok? I have put some colored images, ho messo delle immagini colorate, or if you need to print them and you have a black and white printer, I've also put some black and white ones which your children can paint. Ne ho anche messe alcune in bianco e nero perché se volete stamparle e avete solo la stampante in bianco e nero, è meglio queste, i bambini se le dipingono, ok? And once you have the cards, you can show them to the children and ask, what's the weather like? And show them maybe the sun. And they should say, it's sunny. What's the weather like? It's raining, and so on and so on. Okay? Also, second step, they can say it's sunny and they're happy because they can go outside, or it's raining and they you know, stay under the umbrella or put a raincoat on. It's windy and they have to show the wind somehow. It's snowing, they can pretend to ski, or they can make up a snowman or throw snowballs, whatever you want to, and so on and so on. Now, activity number 2, 3, whatever it is. What's the weather like today? Again, you say it's sunny, it's windy, and in this case, the children show the relevant picture. In questo caso dovete aver dato a loro, ai bambini, le immagini o da colorare o già colorate, e loro devono farvele vedere. What's the weather like today? The children look out of the window and stick or glue the correct picture on the blackboard or on their notebooks. I bambini guardano fuori dalla finestra e attaccano o incollano in qualche modo la figura corrispondente sulla lavagna oppure sul loro quaderno, o la disegnano, quello che volete. Another activity is this one. If for the children a little bit older, 4th or 5th grade, for example, they can, it depends on what you are teaching them. If you are teaching them, for example, can or can't, they can say the weather and say what they can or can't do. For example, it's sunny, we can go outside. Or if you're teaching them the imperative, it's sunny, let's go outside. It's raining, we can go outside with an umbrella. Or it's raining, take an umbrella. Se fate l'imperativo. L'imperativo è facilissimo da fare. Ma anche se fate can or can't, potete usarlo in questo modo. E dipende cosa state facendo di grammatica. It's foggy, we can't see much. Be careful. It's windy, we can fly a kite. You know what a kite is? Sapete cos'è un kite? L'aquilone. Oh, let's fly a kite. It's snowing, we can go to ski. Or it's snowing, let's make a snowman, and so on and so on. According to what you are doing in grammar, can, can't, or the imperative, or I don't know. What do you think about this, Lorella?
Yes, I can do it. It's I think it's good for my children. I can do this activity. Yes, for my children, I can do it.
Good. What about you, Sabrina?
This activity for
me... It's a little bit difficult for them.
Yes, it's too difficult. But for a 4th class, I think is good. Yes, it's useful. Yes.
Because this was supposed to be a kindergarten lesson. But what happened was that there weren't enough seats available for the primary, so it's a mixed one. So I tried to make something easy for the kindergarten and gradually more and more difficult for the others. What do you think, Francesca?
It's very good. I remember a proverb. It's raining cats and dogs because
Oh, it's raining cats and dogs.
Yes,
You can tell them.
Sì, come dire piove a catinelle, no? È un proverbio.
Esatto.
Ho seguito una lezione di proverbi in italiano e in inglese e mi è rimasto impresso questo proverbio e quindi è un bel
volete un po' di proverbi, dopo io ne ho di diversi.
Della scuola primaria.
Sì, it's raining cats and dogs. And you can tell your children, they will like it. Puoi dirlo ai tuoi bambini che a loro piacerà che sta piovendo cani e gatti. Yes. What about you, Rita? What do you think about this activity?
It's not very easy, but it's something that we can do and we can try.
Yes. What grade do you teach?
Third.
The third grade, yes.
But today I'm sad because I don't know. We do a lot of things and we enjoy ourselves with English, with the songs. But sometimes I think that they remember a very short part of everything. I don't know.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
No?
Don't worry. You get the impression, but in the long term, they do remember. Don't you worry.
Because, for example,
they do remember.
We are working always with Romeo and Juliet, and they learn the words. They try to do very nice theater. But for example, today when I say 50. They don't remember that 50 is 50. And I say, it's very strange.
Don't worry, it's the natural way of learning. It's because they are learning English the natural way. They're not translating, and which means that if you ask them for a translation, they are lost. Because they learn the way you normally learn while you learn a language as a mother tongue.
In fact, when sometimes I use some words every day, every time, for example, keep silent, close the door, something every time, and they do what I say. It's something automatic.
But if you ask them to translate it, they would probably say, because it's not the way they're learning. So don't worry, it's perfect like that. It's perfect.
Thank you.
They shouldn't translate. They shouldn't translate. They should only observe and react or express themselves in a similar way. What do you think, Loretta?
I had a special experience, I think, on yesterday. I had English in second class, and I told children the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, because in our English book there is this story to introduce numbers to 11 to 20, because Jack climbs the plant counting the leaf 11, 20, and climbs up. and I don't know if they know the story, and so I started to tell the story in English. I help with the pictures, because when I act the story, I was drawing on the board the most important things, and all the children try to understand, try to say, yes, it's a house, it's the mother, so. There is a boy. This boy is very difficult with other subjects in math, for example. But 2 or 3 of the most difficult sentences, he puts his hand up and say, I understand. So Lucas, tell me what I'm saying. And it was really right. And I was very surprised that he understands everything. And so I think that learning pass between heart before mind, and so if you do with love, with they understand.
The emotional part.
Yes, the emotional is very important.
Plays a great role.
Yes. Yesterday I was really inspired because I was acting the story. I was in a crazy moment of my life, and so I make all the voices of Jack, the giant, the angry mother. Say, you can. 5 bees? You're crazy! 5 bees! And so they understand all the story. I was really happy because that boy that usually don't understand anything, in this case was great, and so he was happy because for the first time he understands something.
It was a good one, yes. Even if he usually doesn't understand everything, in that case, he was among the best ones.
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Yes, anyway, Rita, don't worry, because they understand much more than they show. Ti assicuro che capiscono molto di più di quanto riescono a dimostrare. So don't worry.
I'm happy because I see that they enjoy themselves every time we have lesson, and this is very important.
That's the most important thing.
It's impossible that I don't know.
No,
maybe
I assure you that they will remember when it's the time. It will all come out. Quando sarà ora si ricorderanno, non ti preoccupare.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't worry. And it's only good that they cannot translate, ma solo che bene che non traducano, perché imparano veramente più, come dire, I don't know, in a more permanent way, in una maniera più durevole, diciamo, without passing through Italian. So, yes. So, does anybody want to tell something? Sabrina, Francesca, do you want to tell something? Volete dire qualcosa? O andiamo avanti? Shall we go on? Let's go on. So, right. Then I said, okay, these are a few activities. What crafts, handcrafts can we do? Quali lavoretti possiamo fare? And so I thought about these things. It's raining. Okay, you can take a paper plate, cut it in half, maybe make some scalloping if you want to, and then give it to the children to paint. Then they can take some cotton and glue it on the paper to pretend they are clouds. They can also paint a little bit the cotton. And then, of course, they are supposed to stick or glue the paper plates on the paper, on the poster, and put some, either a pipe cleaner, come si chiama in italiano? Quello per pulire le, aspetta che ho fatto la soluzione, quello per pulire le pipe, uno scovolino come manico, as a handle, or simply draw it, o anche semplicemente disegnarlo, or a piece of wool, o un pezzo di come si chiama, di lana per esempio, o anche semplicemente disegnarlo. And the rain can be done in different ways. You can cut some small pieces of colored paper and they can glue it, or, which I like best, they can dig their finger in the colored, in the color, and stamp the fingertips all around to make the rain. Or they can draw it if you prefer. Another way to make a nice umbrella is this. I'm going to show you. You take a squared piece of paper. I'm using these ones, but of course you can take, cut it out, whatever you want. You fold it once, and then you fold it again. Then you keep it by the folding, see, you keep it by the folding, and cut out a semicircle. The children can do that to themselves. Then you take another one, maybe a different color. You fold it, and then fold it again, and then keep it by the folding and cut out the semicircle. Then you take another one. Let's take a green one. What do you do? Don't you tell me?
Fold it and fold it again, and then cut out a semicircle again, right?
Right. When you have 3 or 4, you put them together and you glue them together. Oh no. Oh no, I forgot. Because I'm not in my house, I'm upstairs. Okay, anyway, you glue them together, you stick them together. I'll show you what I did last time. You glue them together. I did it with the clicker, but anyway, I clicked them together. And then you glue it to the paper. And this is what comes out, a colored umbrella. If instead of taking a small piece of paper, you take a big one, and instead of only 3, maybe 6 or 7, you can make a big umbrella and the children can stay below it. Se invece di farne una piccolina da attaccare sul foglio, prendete dei fogli colorati grandi, e magari invece che solo 3, 6 o 7, li attaccate tutti insieme, viene fuori un ombrellone grande grande e i bambini ci si possono riparare sotto. Anyway, let's keep the small one for the moment. And this is how it comes out. You see, you click them all together and then you glue them, stick them on the paper and draw the handle. You can draw it or put a pipe cleaner, whatever you want to. If you want to make an entire one, you need 6 or 7 different pieces of paper. So, do you like the rainy craft? What do you think about the rainy craft? Che ne pensate di questa attività?
I like it is full of colors and it's nice.
Yes.
But I have to wait that my children comes back.
Go back to school.
Yes,
Well,
go back
actually,
to school.
it's not easy. It's not difficult to do if you want to ask them to do it at home. So
I know, but in this situation, a lot of them are with the grandparents, or so I don't want to do something that is complicated. I try to do something very easy and funny. I think that tomorrow I will show them the video of the weather, because they are very nice, and maybe I can try the play with what's the weather today, with cards and play. So for tomorrow it's enough for my children. Okay.
Roberta.
Yes.
Roberta, sorry, if you've got meet with your children, you can do you can do something with Jamboard, with picture. It's easy to show them, and they can play with the Jamboard with Meet. You can put some picture on, and it's easy to show. I use it for the DID with my children.
Yeah, is it a Jamboard?
Yes, it's called Jamboard. Is in Google you can find Jamboard. It's a board, big board. You can put a picture inside. You can write it on. You can do something yes, and show it. It's easy to show with the children, and I use it. I often use it in DID because it's simple to use, and you can do a lot of things, I think.
Thank you, Lorella.
Thank you, Lorella. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I will try. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else wants to say something? Rita, Francesca, Sabrina?
I think it's very nice, but I can do it because now we are trying to do something for Mother's Day, and it's a very important.
Yes, I wanted to prepare. Yes, I wanted to prepare something for Mother's Day for you, but I thought next time because it's in May.
Yes, but we do it while we are made art, because it's a box with watercolor, and it's something with art.
It takes time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I meant to give you some suggestions for Mother's Day, but I thought to do it next time because it's too early now.
Yes.
So yes, next time it will be Mother's Day. Absolutely. Okay. And the alternative, which I still don't know, but I'll think about an alternative, because of course there might be children without the mother for some reason whatsoever. So we have to give them an alternative. I still don't know what, but I'll think about it. Sì, non so ancora, ma ci penserò. La prossima volta sì, facciamo qualche attività per la giornata della mamma e alternativa per chi per qualche motivo non ha la mamma. Yes, definitely. Right, so let's go back. It's sunny. It's sunny. The children paint a circle with their hand dipped in the yellow or orange or red or whatever they want to color, and then print their hands all around the circle. So the idea is that they put their hand, they dip their hand in the color, come si dice in italiano, mettono insomma la mano nel colore, and then they make a circle, poi fanno un cerchio. The color can be yellow or yellow and then orange, and then maybe a little bit of red or whatever they like, white. And then they print their hands all around. They turn the paper and print their hands to make the rays of the sun, per fare I raggi del sole. This is very funny, in my opinion. Questo è divertente secondo me. So, and this is also for the kindergarten children, because it's very easy to make and very funny. Yeah, what do you think about it?
I love this kind of activity where we can use color, and it's really funny. And I thought they can do all together in the middle of the room. I put a very big sheet of paper, and everybody with their hand, they can do the sun, the cloud, and all the kind of the weather.
Yes, so the clouds are very easy. They simply, you know, make like this with the different colors, gray and blue or light blue, whatever, white.
Yes.
You know, yeah.
And I saw that sometimes when we use this kind of color, they used to put in your hand everywhere. And I think maybe their mothers, they're very happy when they go home.
It's okay, forget about the parents. Non pensate ai genitori. It's okay. Yes, I'm sure the mothers will be very happy.
Yes.
But it's okay, don't worry about the parents. Okay, then another activity can be a puzzle. Now, I started to prepare the puzzles for you, first the cloud, and then I thought it was a stupid idea. Because, first of all, I don't like the cloud I made, because after having done it, I realized I was doing always the same, how can I say, shape. And it's not a good idea, because the children might not recognize the small differences and think this must go, for example, here, and press it, force it in, and break everything up. So I started to make a bigger one and a smaller one. But then I thought, you know what, Maria Pia, it's a stupid idea, because according to the age of the children, it's better the teacher cut, for example, if you are in a kindergarten with the small children, if you cut it in 4, it's enough for them to assemble. If you are in the 5th grade of a primary school, you have to make something more difficult, maybe some stranger forms for the children to assemble. So I thought the best idea is that I give you the pictures so that you can print them. You cut them as you like. You stick them on a cardboard. You cut them as you like according to the age of your children. If they're small, just 4 parts. If they are, you know, maybe 1st grade of a primary, little bit like this, a little bit more complicated, and so on and so on. But so I have put some pictures for you that you can print. The sun, both colored or black and white for the children to color if you prefer. the thunderbird, the rain, the wind, lightning, snow, drop of rain, and so on. Of course, every picture can be made bigger if you want to. See, like this. And so I thought that it's a better idea if you cut it as you like, because you know your children, you know how difficult it's for them to assemble a puzzle, and according to that, you know, you cut it in a more difficult or in an easier way to assemble. But to make a puzzle is a very important activity for the children, because it helps them to understand, to see the things, how can I say, in contrast, to understand that what is empty here is full here, and they can combine, they can match. It's obvious to us, but it's not so obvious for small children. Also, it's a good way for them to recognize the various forms and sizes. You know, if there's a triangle, for example, like this on one side and empty on the other side, it's always a triangle, you know, and they can match. So to be able to recognize the forms and also the sizes, if it's a small triangle here and a big triangle hole here, it cannot match. There's something wrong, you know. And I know it's obvious for us, but I assure you that especially for the kindergarten and maybe first grade, second grade of the primary school, it's important for the children. So I thought to make puzzles out of the weather, with the weather, you know, images could be an idea. And if you want them to talk, you can also ask them, for example, look, with all the pieces, what do you think it is? Do you think it's the sun? Do you think it's the sun? Let's check. What's this? It's a circle, it's the rays, and so on and so on, if you want them to talk, or simply leave them to enjoy their activity. Do you agree with me? Lorella, your opinion?
Yes, it's always funny to do puzzle. The children like puzzle very much, and in these years they need to do practical activities, because you think it's normal for us, but for them not so easy.
No.
Many years ago was easier, but now in these years now is not so easy for them. They really need to do practical things,
yes,
practical activities. They really need it.
Yes, I also noticed that the children are switching more and more towards mental activities, and are kind of leaving out
they can't cut out something.
Exactly.
It's really yes. They can't do little balls with fingers.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, they can't.
They are losing something that lots of years ago were normal. They are losing a lot of these things, I think.
Yes.
So they are unable with the physical too, because during our lesson gym, sometimes I say, because touch your left, your right, or fold yourself, and they aren't able to do the same things that I do. And I say, I'm old in front of you, but they aren't, their body is not able to do easy exercises.
Yes, even
Yes,
if,
Rita, yes. They can't do the skipping rope, for example. They can't skip. They can't skip.
No.
They can't skip.
Because they can't coordinate.
They can't jump in a little hope. They can't jump. They're afraid to jump. It's a really, you can't imagine. It's really,
it's frightening.
Shocked.
Yes,
shocking, really. Yes, because at home,
but they use the phone very well. Sure.
Yeah, the mobile, yes, and the computers and the tablets and so on. I know. Because at home, I mean, as long as they're quiet, it's okay. If they jump, skip, run, no. But if they stay quiet in front of a tablet, you know, the grandparents or whatever it is are happy. And this is not good. The children need to move, you know. Yeah.
There's a little girl in the second class from Morocco, for example. She's teaching the skipping rope with the other girls, because every afternoon at home she skips the rope, and then in the break time, when we go out for it, the break in the morning, she's teaching how to do the skipping rope with the other girls.
To the other girls, yes. It's incredible, yes. Oh, Stefania, welcome back. Welcome back, Stefania.
I was without video.
I know. It's another meeting.
I was in a meeting with parents of my school, and
yes, don't worry, you're very welcome. Okay, anyway, so we are talking about the weather, and we are looking at some of the activities that you can do with the children connected with the weather. So
I see. Thank you.
So puzzles, and then I thought about a domino, weather domino. Do you know what a domino is, how it works? Do you all know how the domino game works? So, tutti sapete come funziona il gioco del domino? Okay, so you do it with the weather, and I have prepared for you the necessary cards. You can print them. And so, for example, you start by putting, let's say, 2 rain cards and say, it's raining. Somebody can come up and attach the rain with the sun and say, no, it's not raining, it's sunny. Somebody may come up and say, yes, it's sunny, or no, it's not sunny, it's windy. And then somebody else can come up and say, it's very windy, or no, it's not windy, it's stormy. And then somebody continues saying, no, it's not stormy, it's cloudy. And then somebody else may say, no, it's not cloudy, it's snowing, and so on and so on. I have prepared the cards for you here, so you just need to print them, and maybe if you laminate them, it's better because they last a little bit longer. Forse se le plastificate anche meglio perché durano un po' di più. They are, of course, to be cut in couples, like this. You cut them along here, so as to have couples. And the children come up and attach, match the couples. Of course, with the same card, you can also play a memory game or a bingo, yes. But I wanted something different from the usual memory game or bingo. So I thought, what can it be a little bit different? So I thought, why not the domino? And so they can also speak. No, it's not sunny, it's raining. No, it's not raining, it's cloudy, and so on and so on. Do you like it? Yes.
Great idea, the domino. I like it very much. I like it very much.
Yeah, to do something a little bit different from the usually memory game or bingo, you know. But of course, the same cards can be used for memory game or for bingo. So I have prepared them for you here. E quindi le ho preparate qui. Se volete, ovviamente ognuna può essere messa più grande, più piccola, però queste sono fatte apposta perché in un foglio ce ne stiano. They were made on purpose so that on one A4 sheet of paper you can have 3 couples. And you have all the possible combinations for one game. Of course, if you wanted to give more than one to each children, you can print twice or 3 times the same sheet of paper or the same game. Right, so anybody else wants to say something? Shall we go on?
I think that I use this game, the domino.
You will use it.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
It's very nice. Thank you.
Yes. Do you have a color printer in your schools? Can you print in colors?
Yeah. Yes.
Lucky you. Okay, no.
Yes.
Loretta counts. Well, anyway, yes. And can you laminate them? E potete plastificarle? Perché per esempio a scuola mia c'è manco quella macchinetta proprio. Yes. No, è meglio se riuscite.
Ho provato, scusa, ho provato con entrambi i modi, ma è meglio con lo scotch, con la carta adesiva, perché se li plastifichi poi, almeno a scuola mia, mi si aprono, con la mia plastificatrice mi si aprono un po' le tesserine, invece se le metti nella carta adesiva non si aprono, rimangono...
Per non farle aprire è un pochino più laborioso, ma bisognerebbe prima ritagliare le figurine, metterle un pochino a distanza e poi plastificare e dopo nuovamente ritagliarle, allora non si muovono più. Giusto. Però capisco che è un doppio lavoro.
Io per esempio prendo proprio i fogli, quelli piccolini, a misura di carta per plastificare. È un lavoro grosso, come dice Rita, però vengono sicuramente meglio e durano tantissimo.
Thank you, I try.
It's a hard job at first, but you do it only once. And then you can use and reuse the same cards also in the following years or for other activities. So yes, I know it's time wasting, time demanding, but it's not a real waste of time because you can keep them afterwards. Sì, è vero che ci vuole tempo, però poi vi rimangono, potete usarle magari. Anyway, this is another idea. Then let's go on. Throw the dice, lanciare il dado. I have prepared here for you a dice. That's how it comes
Wonderful.
out.
Wonderful, the best one.
Thank you. To make it, of course, you have to click on it and make it as big as you want. Once you have printed it, you fold it along the lines, lo piegate lungo le linee, And where I wrote blue, you have to blue it. It looks difficult, but it's very easy. When you fold it, it comes out automatically. Sembra difficile da fare, ma non lo è, vi assicuro. Quando l'avete, come si dice, l'avete stampato e ritagliato e lo piegate, viene fuori automaticamente. Vedete chiaramente come incollarlo. So it's really very easy. You can also give one each to the children and have them make their own dice. If you don't have the color printer, the printer in colors, I've also made a black and white version for you. Potete anche stamparne uno a testa, per esempio, e darli, che palle, ai bambini che se li dipingano. E se non avete la stampante a colori, ve ne ho anche messo uno in bianco e nero, così i bambini se lo dipingono e poi possono fare, they can make their own dice, possono fare il loro dado per conto loro. And then, of course, they are supposed to throw the dice, and according to what comes up on the top face, they are supposed to say, it's stormy, it's thundering, but it's stormy, it's sunny, it's cloudy, and so on and so on. What do you think about it? Che ne pensate di questo?
Fantastic, I like it.
Okay, no, your feedbacks are useful because I realize whether it's possible to do it in school or if it's if there are some problems, I don't know, because maybe I don't think about some possible problems. So if you tell me, I'm happy because
children likes
time I think about it, you know.
Children like
Magari
games
sai,
with
io
dice.
penso così, io gioco. Sorry, Stefania?
Children likes very much games with die. Dado? Deid? No. Oddio, sei frizzata.
Dice.
Dice.
Yeah.
Maria Pia, I can't hear you. Or see you now.
Where are you, Maria Pia?
Sei bloccata.
Sì, non si vede più. È sparita.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Not very well. Not
We
so
lost
much.
the. I don't want to record it first. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Am I back? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, Stefania, I couldn't hear what you were saying. Non sono riuscita a sentire, sai, quello che dicevi.
Children likes very much play with the days
Yes.
in the circle time.
Yeah.
I prepare for them one black and white, and
they can paint it
yes,
and then make up their own dice.
Yes.
So everybody has got one.
Yes.
Yes. And they can throw it and say, it's sunny, oh, it's stormy, and so on and so on.
Thank you.
Another possible game with the dice is you put, of course, I've given all the pictures and cards, and necessary cards and so on. And of course, I have put the explanation both in English and in Italian. Another possible game is hopscotch. Hopscotch è il nostro gioco della campana, il campanon, lo chiamavo io da piccola. So you put the images on the floor, one next to the other. The children throw a dice, a normal dice with the numbers. And if, for example, 3 comes out, they hop 3 times, 1, 2, 3. And according to the picture they stop on, or better, next to, they say, oh, it's raining. Then they throw the dice again, maybe 2 comes out, so they hop 2 times, and they say, oh, it's cloudy, it's foggy, whatever it is. Okay, so hopscotch is also a possible game, because they can move, you know, and it's always nice when they can move. What do you think about this one? Che ne dite di questo?
They can do this game in the gym.
Yes,
or in the
outside,
garden. In the garden.
Yes, in the courtyard, sì, nel
Courtyard.
Courtyard è il cortile. Se tu hai un giardino, beata te, però di solito le scuole hanno il courtyard.
I have. I'm very lucky.
Oh, yes, you're very lucky. Usually schools have a courtyard, un cortile, with concrete on it, col cemento, come si chiama in italiano, con l'asfalto. Anyway, courtyard or in the garden, you can put the images and they jump next to them, and where they stop, they say it's sunny, it's whatever it is. Okay, so then I thought they could also make up a song, and something very easy. So I took a very basic song, which is I love la 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 la. For example, I love the mountains, la 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 la. I love the rolling hills, la 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 la. I love the flowers and so on. And instead of the mountains and the rolling hills, I can say I love the sun, and the other one says I love the rain. I don't like the fog. I like, che ne so io, the stormy days, and so on and so on. And they can make up a song based on this music, on this sound, on this rhythm. Now we can't see this one because it's under copyright, but you know what? Discovery Channel has made some of their advertising based on this song, and I am sure I can show you their advertising, because they should only thank us for it. Non posso farvi vedere questa canzone perché è sicuramente sotto copyright, ma la Discovery Channel ha fatto una serie di pubblicità basate su questa canzone. Allora sicuramente posso farvi vedere la pubblicità, dovrebbero solo che ringraziarci, non dovremmo ricevere denunce anzi. E quindi vi faccio vedere le pubblicità. Ne ha fatto una nel 2008, vi ho anche messo le parole con le descrizioni. Some children might even know, you know, the images, because they are taken from various movie series or I don't know, program series. Magari tanti bambini riconoscono anche le immagini perché sono tratte da vari programmi fatti appunto da Discovery Channel, per cui magari loro riconoscono Mike Rowe che fa Dirty Jobs, oppure che ne so io. Ma quello che interessava a me era che loro facessero la canzoncina, because it's a creative thing, you know, for them. They do not only use English, but they use it in a creative way, and they can express themselves. Somebody can say, I hate the storm, I hate the rain. Somebody can say, I love the rain, and so on and so on. So I'm going to show you this advertising. They have made 3 of them, one in the year 2008, this year 2008, 2008.
Never gets old, huh? Nope. It kind of makes you want to break into song. Yep. I love the mountains. I love the clear blue skies. I love big bridges. I love when gray whites fly. I love the whole world and all its sights and sounds. Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
I love the oceans.
I love real dirty things. I love to go fast.
I love Egyptian kings.
I love the whole world and all its craziness. Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada. I love tornadoes. I love arachnids. I love magma. I love the giant squids. I love the whole world. It's such a brilliant place. Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
And then in the year 2009, they have made another one. As I told you, I've put all the words and the explanation of the pictures. So it starts with the two astronauts on a spacewalk, and one says, it never gets old. Non invecchia mai, vero? Riferendosi alla Terra. Nope, no. It kind of makes you want to, ti fa come venir voglia di break into song? Yep. E cominciano a cantare I love the mountains, I love the club, blah, 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 eccetera, eccetera. Then in the year 2009, they made another one.
I cannot get that song out of my head. Totally. I'm going again. I love the mountains. I love the sun so bright. I love crustaceans.
I love the stars at night.
I love the whole world.
So many things to see.
I love the catfish. I love the lemur eyes.
I love the future.
I love when humans fly.
I love the whole world.
No place I'd rather be. Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
Still dirty. Still loving it.
I love to blast off.
I love adrenaline.
I love the Big Bang.
I love where air is thin.
I love the whole world and being part of it.
Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
And then in this year, no, last year in 2020, they made another similar one. The word still awesome, and it's this one. But basically, I wanted you to...
You know, it really never gets old. Kind of makes you want to burst into song. I love the sky above. I love its birds and bees.
I love the mountains. I love the endless seas.
I love the whole world with all its wondrous life.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
I love the unknown.
I love the wind and trees.
I love the tortoises.
I love technology.
I love the whole world.
With all its sights and sounds.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
I love the earth at night.
I love when the moon shines.
I love a starry sky. I love Mom and Dad.
I love the whole world. It's such a brilliant place. Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
So, the idea was, I have put again the words and everything, but that was just for fun. But what I wanted to tell you is that you can make the children create their own song. On this basis, they can say, I love the sun, I love blah, 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 and so on and so on. So what do you think about it?
I always love songs, so
Yeah.
it's great for me. Songs for me are the best way to teach English, because the sound and the music together. So I
Yes.
always agree with music, always.
Yes. Yes, if you noticed, I always, whatever the topic, I always put some songs because I think it's the best way to convey, you know, the words and the rhythm and the pronunciation to the children, because singing, they remember much more. Music has a very powerful and lasting effect.
I don't know if I told you, but I start studying English because of the songs. And because I wanted to
understand.
When I was young, we do English or only in the middle schools, not in the primary like today.
Yes.
And so when I was young, there is, for example, Madonna's songs or other songs of the 80s,
Yes.
80s years, and I wanted to know the words of the song I liked. So I started to recognize, to listen, to speak, and to. And when I had an exam in 1995 to become English teacher in the school, the teachers give me something to read about racism, and then they made me some questions about what do you think about, and I was very nervous in that moment, and I remember I said people are the same wherever you go. There are better and good in everyone, and it is a part of this a song. And the teacher, yes, the teacher, like Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect harmony. No? It is a song, and the teachers look at me, but they don't understand it was a song now, because but and this is I remember this thing, and sometimes that I tell to my children, because in my life songs were very important, and I try to give this to children too.
Yes. Pass on this love. Yes, exactly. Unfortunately, I put the links for you, but we cannot listen to them during the lesson because we are on streaming. So you might get an idea that we don't do, I don't do many songs, but really, if you notice, I put a lot of links to songs because music is very, very important. It really penetrates, and it really leaves you a long-lasting, how can I say, effect, really. So long-lasting, molto durevole, che dura a lungo. So yes, it's the best way to learn a language. Sing. Moreover, while singing, you are not shy. You don't, because if you have to speak to someone, it's more demanding. You might be shy. You might think, oh dear, I don't know. While you sing, you don't think about all this. So you get used to talk, singing, and that's also very important. Yes. So, does anybody else want to say something? Sì, magari non vi do questa impressione perché non possiamo ascoltare tante canzoni perché c'è copyright, però sì, io sempre comincio qualunque argomento con un tot di canzoni, video, così, perché veramente sono... Oh my God, it's already 7 minutes past 7. Okay, let's write the presents. Sorry, I didn't realize I was late. Here we are. So this is, can you remind me, kindergarten 1, isn't it? No, kindergarten 2. What class is this?
Two, kindergarten 2.
Okay. Right, so, oh no, we need more. Insert 3 right. Ok, so Paola Rosa, Barbara Loretta, ecco Loretta, sempre presente Loretta. Enrica, Martina, Carla, Elisabetta, Giuliana, Bruno, Francesca, vediamo se è la Francesca giusta però. Robby.
Sì, grazie.
Poi Marco, Roberta, no, c'è qualche Roberta.
Roberta Barbuiani, mail, the surname is Andreoli.
Ah, ok.
Yes.
Right. Poi Roberta, Angela, Sabrina, no, Stefania, non Sabrina. Carmela.
Sabrina, yes.
Ah, ok, scusa. Carmela, Marta, Roberta, no, non c'è. Rita c'è. Selene, Stefania, dov'è qua Stefania? Rosalia. Ok, quindi Stefania, Rita, Sabrina, Roberta, Francesca, Loretta. Ok, vi ho chiamati tutti?
Sì.
Fantastic. So, have good fortnight, everyone. See you next time with Mother's Day.
Thank
Okay.
you, Maria Pia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a
Bye.
nice day.
Bye.
Bye.
Ok. Do
Bye.
you want some proverbs and idioms? Volete dei
Oh,
proverbi
yeah.
o che qualcuno mi diceva dei proverbi?
Thank you. Yes, it's a good idea.
Sì.
Ok.
Very nice.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.